Hi, welcome. So getting a good night's sleep isn't just about how long you're sleeping for, it also is about the quality of the sleep that we're getting. And so if you're finding that you're not sleeping particularly well, it's worth considering what you're taking to bed with you. And if one of those things is the stress and tension that you've built up through your day, then this short practice is going to help you out. So all you need is, well, a bolster if you've got one, but few people do have bolsters, so I'm not going to use that. A blanket, folded up, into a kind of fat sausage, for want of a better description, and you're going to bring that onto the floor. So in this little practice, we're going to do just 3 postures, and we're going to hold each for about 3 minutes at a time. And so in total, that's going to give us a 12-minute practice. Okay, so meet me on the floor with your folded up blanket. You don't need to have any particular yoga gear on. You could have your jammies on if this is just before bed for you. And the first shape that we're going to do is to lie down on our backs on top of this little folded blanket. So slide it in towards your shoulder blades. Rest your head down on the floor. And then when you get there, feel into your lower back. And if you straighten your legs and it feels like there's a lot of pulling in your low back, then bend your knees up and let them rest. And likewise, if you're feeling that this is straining your neck a lot, you can put a little propping underneath your head. I've got my little Okay, so here we are. We settle in. You can bring your hands onto your belly so you can just feel the gentle, like soothing rhythm of your breath. Or maybe you prefer to have your hands by your sides. And then sense into the back of your body. And in particular, where the back of your body comes into contact with all the support underneath it. And now you can begin to gradually let go of your muscular effort. And as you do that, you'll feel the weight of your body start to sink down into that support. So let the back of your body start to feel softer and heavier. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Feel as you breathe in. And then each time you breathe out, allow yourself to get a little softer, a little heavier. So it's a gradual process, right? There's no rush here. We've got the next 12 minutes to wind ourselves down. And at this stage in the practice, you might notice that It's kind of the same as when you get into bed. As soon as you lie down, your mind seems to come alive and a million thoughts are there all at once. We're not going to try and push them away. We're not going to try and suppress them. You're just going to make an observation that that's where you're at. And think of this as a time where we're just kind of allowing think of your thoughts as dust. You know, when you shake something that's been really dusty and all the dust is kind of flying around the room, and then gradually it starts to settle. And so, that might be a nice way to think of your thoughts in this practice. And so if those thoughts do become particularly distracting, just guide your awareness back to your breath. So we're going to deepen the breath a little bit. We're going to move ever so slightly, coming into the next shape, which is going to be side lying. So all you have to do is roll over onto your side. Now your rolled up blanket or your bolster, if you're using it, is under your armpit area. And then this other arm reaches out in front of you. You can bend your knees to wherever is comfy. Whatever shape you like, there's no right or wrong here. And then you can still use your pillow if you like, or you can bring your head to the floor. And then this upper arm can reach over onto the floor here. Now if it feels like the floor is a long way away and it's pulling on your shoulder, you could stick a couple of pillows here to rest your hand on. Something that feels comfy and supportive. And then once you are comfy, allow your eyes to close if that feels comfy. And once again, sensing into the contact between your body and the support underneath it. And letting go of all of your muscular effort. Everything becoming a little softer, a little heavier. And we're slowly transitioning between our busy day, between all the doing. Gradually moving ourselves towards a state of just being. Have a little scan around your body. Notice if there's any sense of gripping or holding anywhere. Maybe there's a part of your body that's shouting quite loudly at you. And if so, is there a way that you could change your position so that the volume gets turned down a little, so it becomes quieter, softer, more gentle, more easeful. We're easing ourselves towards bed, towards a lovely restful sleep. So we're going to move again. And all we're going to do is roll over to do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to turn around so that I'm still facing the camera, but you won't have to do that. So a reminder once again, your rolled up blanket underneath your armpit or the upper part of your torso. Your underarm is reaching forward, head on the floor or pillows. Legs wherever is comfy, probably most comfy with your knees bent, and then this upper arm reaches overhead. So we're getting some nice opening in the sides here. And if this upper arm thing doesn't feel comfy at all for you, then you can bring it wherever it is comfier. So it might be fine to just rest it by your side. You're the expert in your own body. And then in the same way that we did on the other side, beginning this process of settling, of softening, of easing into stillness, of easing ourselves towards a place of release and just being. And as your body does begin to settle, notice what your breath is doing. And again, we're not trying to shape the breath, just allowing it to be natural, to be diaphragmatic, and to be effortless. Notice what that effortlessness of breath feels like in your body. Notice the gentle movement, that unique rhythm and harmony of your breath. Take a slightly deeper breath in anticipation of moving again in a moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up from there to take our final shape. which is going to be legs up. So legs up the wall, or if you're by your bed, you can throw your legs over the edge of your bed. Throw them over the couch. You can use your blanket for this also. It's not entirely necessary. You might explore it once you get there and see what feels comfy. So if you start sideways on, close as you can in towards the wall, and then you're going to spin yourself onto your back, throw your legs up the wall. And this is the point where you might put that blanket underneath your low back, just to lift your hips up ever so slightly. And then again, it's entirely up to you and what is most comfortable to you, whether you keep your feet together or whether you let them come apart. Likewise with your hands, maybe they rest back on your belly again. You might prefer them by your side, or you might want them a little higher up. Maybe you want to explore them all. Find what feels nice for you. Tuck your chin down slightly. Settle in. Close your eyes. You could always use an eye pillow at this stage, or a scarf, or a nice clean pair of socks or something over your eyes. Restful for your face, for your eye muscles. And then let the back of your body start to settle down into the support again. And now become aware of your breath here. And feel your breath moving along this imaginary passageway between your navel and your throat. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in from your navel to your throat. And as you're breathing out, you're breathing from your throat down to your navel. In from navel to throat. And out from throat to navel. Then we're going to add in a little mantra here, a little phrase. It's just simply the mantra Om. That might be something that you repeat out loud, or just something that you say in your head, fitting the sound to your breath. Breathing in, Om. Breathing out, Om. Internally. The mantra Om as you breathe in, and Om as you breathe out. Notice if your mind wanders. And then just gently guide it back to watching your breath and hearing the mantra. And then gradually let the mantra fade. Let your awareness fill your whole body, experiencing this sense of relaxation. And to come out, and slowly bend your knees, slide your feet down, roll over onto your side. And when you're ready,